So I think the power of AI is in its ability to save time and to save cost. And for you as an individual, now that makes you even more valuable.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Yeah, technology is moving really, really fast. So
Yeah.
that's why tech is very lucrative. And don't get me wrong, the tech space is fascinated, and I love to be involved in technology. Uh, I work 5 years as a software developer. Java and
Oh
Oracle.
wow.
When I was young, long time ago, I used to have 20 years ago. So imagine. So I used to have long hair back then. So yeah, tech is amazing because in the end of the day, and the evaluations of the company, I think that because the good thing, we talk about the bad things about tech, let's talk about the good things about tech. So the good things about tech are the following: that when we want to exit that business, you can exit times 12, times 15, probably times 20 the revenue that this business is achieving. The reason for that is because it's tech. So the data, there is a value in the data that people don't even know what is going to work in the future, because with this development of AI and the tech space, the business that you buy now, the data that is involved in this tech business, you don't even know how much is going to work in the future. So that's the reason whether if you have a restaurant, you need to 3 times revenue or EBITDA or maximum 5 times. So every industry is different, but oscillate between 3, 5, 7 maximum. However, tech is 12, 15, 20, depending on how innovative it is. And then you have
Yeah.
companies that worth a lot of money and they don't make profit, and nobody understands why. How come this company doesn't make any profit and it's still worth a lot of money and people keep investing in this company? It doesn't make sense. Well, it does make sense because there is a value in the data. And if you have large number of users and large number of engagement, you can have a tech company that doesn't make any profit. And trust me, everyone we keep investing and be part of that company because it have large number of users, large number of engagement, and that leave a blueprint with data that now is more valuable than ever. Because of this
Yeah.
data, it generates a database for the AI. Because um, the concept, the really interesting thing about AI is that we are talking about AI, but what is important is not actually the AI. It's the database from the AI is learning. The AI is like a kid. You need to teach the AI things. If you teach good things, then the kid is gonna learn how to do good things. If you teach the kid how to do bad things, he's gonna do bad things. Well, the database is the where the kid learn, where the AI learn. And so, what's your view, Anmol, in AI? A lot of people come here and telling me, well, not to the broadcast, but in the general public of the entrepreneurs, they are telling me, well, I'm scared because of my job, because this AI might replace my job. And what I'm telling them is, look, you should learn AI and you should learn how to do your job more effectively using AI. Because if you don't embrace that, don't worry about it. It's not going to be job for anybody because the company is going to collapse because your competitors is actually using it and becoming more effective. So it's not that AI is taking up your job. It's that whatever job you have out there, think how to implement AI in order to make it more effective and you will be competitive in the marketplace. So what is your view? Is AI actually is going to take away jobs from everyone, or everyone needs to raise the game
Yeah.
and embrace the new change and be able to adapt to change in the same way that business we need to adapt to change? I think the workforce out there have to quickly adapt to change if they want to be effective and having value, right?
No, absolutely. I think look, AI will take over jobs for which are menial tasks. So now we're looking at a lot of boring tasks like, looking at scripts and providing summaries. There used to be a lot of people in works. Like I know a lot of people who might listen to this who are really young. They're graduates or analyst level. And I did this right when I started. 5 6 years ago was I would be literally on a call and I would say hello and then I'd go on mute and my job in that meeting would be to take notes in the meeting and then in the end I would say thank you and then I'll end the call there. But we can
That
see
used
this
to
in
be your
this
job,
meeting,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I mean, when I started as an analyst, that was some part of some of the things that we did, right? I mean, obviously, I had more stuff to do, but I meant like that as an example. But
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
this meeting itself, we have the Fathom AI, the Read AI. These note takers will automatically take the notes. They will then transcribe it. They will tell you the to-do list. So I think AI is super, super good, to begin with on the menial task. Maybe you need to do calculations, basic accountings. So like you said, leverage AI in what you do. Learn how to integrate it. A lot of my guys on the development side and research side, I'm always like play around with it. These are all the tools. We've got all the subscriptions in the world. Play around with it. How can you make it better, right? If initially it was taking you 300 sorry, if there were 300 sort of follow-ups to do, back in the day, someone would have to individually go through, okay, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Smith, Mr. Da, 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 this is what I think. Now, you can use AI to automate, okay, filter non-replied messages, similar pattern, okay, this is the reply, and using AI automatically change first name, automatically change date, send. So what would have taken a PA, 8 hours, she can now pretty much do in 8 minutes. So I think the power of AI is in its ability to save time and to save cost. And for you as an individual, now that makes you even more valuable, right? So you can now do what used to take someone 8 hours, right? And I would have to pay someone $15 an hour for 8 hours, so $120. And but now I'm more than happy to pay you $20 an hour. And now you can do even more. So your value as an individual has gone up. So yeah, maybe it's taking away some of the menial tasks, but that happens every sort of 50 years, right? If we go back 200 years when farming and stuff was a thing, we used to use cows and stuff to, herd the mills, and then tractors came, right? And the guys who used to herd it, well, they learned how to use the tractors, right? And then same with the financial revolution. When everything used to be done by hand, then computers came, people learned how to use them, became more valuable. I think AI is almost like, the fourth quotient of that. After our primary, secondary, and tertiary markets, it's a quaternary sort of market. And the more adaptive you are, the more you learn using these AI tools, the more your value yourself in the market would increase. People will be more and more keen because as a business owner, I mean, we have, AI and a lot of the sort of stuff we do, even as, in our investments, we do initial due diligence using AI, right? So I don't have time to use all of the AIs. AI still needs to be managed. AI is not like, you click a button and everything gets done, right? I think that's people's wrong perception of AI that, I've got this red button and it does everything for me. It still needs to be managed. Someone still needs to be overlooking it. And whoever knows how to manage that best will be the most valuable individual. And there's no better time than today to become AI millionaire by leveraging that kind of stuff. So, people are creating a lot of chatbots, agentic AI, where, these tasks are being done, but someone has to manage it, someone has to build it, someone has to iterate it. That's where the money is. That's where you should be, thinking about going in. And if you're worried about, you being running out of the business because you can't take notes anymore or you can't do the 2 plus 2 in the business, then I don't think this business world is for you.
So, Emily, someone is in love with our conversation and want to know about your business, and there are this founder that they are driving, they have the driving force, and they want uh to grow, and they're looking for a VC, for the right VC can that can help them with this stage of growth. How can they find you? How this process work?
The easiest two ways are so on our website, when you go on, there's an application form. We're always encouraging founders to apply, and one of the research analysts will have a look at it. Or the second is connect with us on
Anmol, can you
LinkedIn.
please mention the website because some people will be listening in the car or in the gym? So what is the website?
Okay. Yeah, so the Venture Studio website is www.gacsimventures.com. So GACSYM ventures.com. And then the VC fund is aryanventures.vc. So ARYAN ventures.vc. So feel free to go on there, feel free to apply. Or the second thing is, just message me or someone from my team on LinkedIn. Like, we try to be very, very active. LinkedIn is our biggest play. We tend to sort of do 80-90% of everything. It is a bit flooded. So I would say if you are messaging me or anyone in the team, don't send us a paragraph. I mean, if you send me a massive message, which is 2 pages long, I'm just gonna put you in spam and never look at you again. Be original, try and pop up
Direct to
like a
the
normal human
point.
being. Try and engage. But a tip on top of that is, leverage my connections, right? And people, I post a lot, right? We have a solid media team. Look at who engages with us. And this is for any VC in general, right? Where startups want to connect with them and they will just try and connect and then put this massive blurb about what they do and they'll just get ignored. But look at whom the VC posts and look at, in these posts, who are these VCs interacting with? Then try and go through a warm lead. For example, if someone comes through you, Harry, I'm much more likely to speak to them because you're a trusted source. So I'm going to be like, oh,
Mhm.
Harry is recommending me speaking to them. So I'm going to go speak to them. But if they just pop up and, say a big ass messages, I'll just say, no, I don't have time for it. Right. And
Absolutely.
then the third way is events, right? So catch me at events. There's no better place than connecting in person. So I'm in US, UK, Middle East, India, Africa. I mean, I'm all over. So again, we post a lot about what sort of events we're attending. So if you are there, come up, ask questions, ask to be connected. Always happy to have a chat.
What is the last message that you have to take founders that they are stuck, they are suffering, and they want to move to the next level?
I
And they
think the
didn't
biggest thing,
thought that it's gonna be as hard. They're
well,
feeling like
I think
crying and they don't know that this is just starting. What can you tell them?
I, I think for those who are thinking that oh, I didn't think this was this hard, then maybe this isn't for you. But for those who are who know that look, this is hard, I would say carry on because ultimately it gets easier before it gets harder, right? The good old saying of you have to push the bow a lot further back for it to go a lot further forward, right? In order to jump 10 feet, you might have to go 3 feet back. So don't worry about the challenges. Persevere through. It might seem difficult right now, and it often is in the early stage. But if you stick through it, you'll make it through. There's a good old saying that people overestimate how much they can achieve in 1 year, but severely underestimate how much they can achieve in 10. So, you might be thinking, oh, I thought I've been doing this for 1 year and I'm nowhere near what I thought. That's fine. But you will also be a lot further ahead in 10 years, which you've initially imagined. So keep at it, work hard, try and find like-minded people who encourage you. Stay sort of open on your feet, be open to pivoting and taking advice and criticism and invest your money into it before you get VCs to sort of come in so they can see you're all in and eventually it'll work out. There's a lot of money out there, right? At any given time there is 5 trillion in cash flow circulating, so
Wow,
there's plenty of money. So money is not the issue, right? It's how you paint that picture and what you sort of try and solve with how much perseverance that'll make the difference.
that's fantastic. And with that note, see you all of you in our next episode of Unstoppable. Thank you so much, Andon. That have been very valuable for our audience. And for everyone in listening in Spotify and Apple or following our social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, see you in our next episode of Unstoppable, how brave entrepreneurs like Anmol break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.